Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Be Honest podcast. Today we have Lily Massie, a queer musician and creative who not only makes incredible music but also knows how to turn heads with her fashion. She's the full package and I'm so excited to dive in and just pick your brain. So everyone welcome Lily.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course, of course. Okay, we're just going to jump into your music journey. I want us to just touch on that first. Okay. So you started writing songs at like 8 years old, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what your first few songs were about? Like what pulled you into songwriting so young? Like what were like the inspirations? Just like all of it.
Yeah. So I was like obsessed with Eminem as a kid. I literally have his face tattooed on me, but it's on
Oh
my
no.
leg, or else I would show you.
It's
But
okay.
yeah, I've been like obsessed with him since I was like 3 for some random reason.
Three.
And like, yeah, I would just like memorize all his lyrics
That
and
is so
like um I started making I started writing like rap songs like as a
Period.
rapper.
Period.
And I would just kind of write about like my family drama, my family problems, like because that was like what Eminem would write about, and I
Mhm.
had those too, so I would write that too. Um, and
Oh.
then it turned into me just being like, oh shit, I love this. It's like an outlet. Or sorry, can I curse on here?
Oh my God, yes. 100%. Yes.
um, yeah, it started to be just kind of like an outlet where I would just like get all my feelings out.
Mhm.
And then as I got older, like I started writing more about like life and like dating and stuff like that when I was younger. So
So when you were younger, would you say it was kind of like therapy for you? Like that's how you kind of like got
yeah,
out your feelings and your emotions was through music or
yeah, for
songwriting?
sure, for sure.
Oh, at such a young age, you were writing about so many. I mean, like,
No, yeah, I had like a lot of shit happen in my like early young years, and I just like I'm such like I'm a Pisces, and so I'm just like a very like feely person, and like I feel things like really, really deeply. And
mhm.
instead of having like constant mental breakdowns, like I would just write everything down. But like I liked writing it more into a song than
Yeah,
yeah.
that's funny. I'm a Taurus and I don't know much about zodiacs, but what I do know about myself is yes, like I'm the same way. I feel things so deeply and like
Yeah.
so I understand. I 100%
Yeah.
understand what you mean by that. It was funny. There was one time this is like totally off track, but it just made me think of it. I'm not much of a writer. Like I do not like writing through like my tough times in the past. Like I would like write in my journals and like I just fucking hated it. And I went to
Yeah.
therapy and the lady was like, I know journaling is like this thing that people see as like, everyone should journal to like get out their feelings. But if you don't like it, you should take videos of yourself every single day or every single day that you feel a certain way. And then you can look back on them and see how you have progressed. And ever since that, I was like, yes, writing is amazing for people. But for me, I
That's
always think
smart.
of like, it is. And you can like
I
see
like that.
yourself, Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can like see what you're feeling, your emotions. And it was so hard looking back on those videos. But I was like, oh, little Kinley was so sad. But like, look at me now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But everyone has their outlet. You describe your sound as pop soul, right? I just want to make
Mhm.
sure I'm getting this correct. I'm like, was my research correct? But so yes,
Yes.
right? Okay. Okay. What does that mean to you? And like how did you like come up with that genre blend? Like how do you explain that?
Yeah, so it's kind of just like pop R&B. I grew up like listening to like Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, but then like I also grew up listening to like a lot of R&B, like um Usher, like older R&B and B and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when I started making music, it was kind of just like a combination. Um and I don't know, it's kind of just like a play on like how Bryson Tiller has trap soul. I was like, I'm gonna be pop soul
You're like that's it.
instead of
That's gonna
pop
be
R&B.
my I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured because I was like, that's kind of like the vibe you're giving. So I was like, I figured that was why. But I was like, you never know. You never know how you got to that. But that's
Very
cool. No, I can totally see that. That like fits your vibe 100%. Yeah. So your first project, thought it was harmless,
mhm.
explores heartbreak and self-worth. What was going on in your life when you wrote those songs? I know that's like
Yeah,
deep.
I was like yeah, I was super young and
Yeah.
like I think I was like 16, 17.
Hmm.
I didn't really know who I was, honestly. Like I was super femme, like super girly, and that's just not who I am. Like I was dating boys and like I knew I liked girls, but like I just never like said it. I mean, I kind of said I was bi, but like I was always that person that was like I would never date a girl, but like I like them or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so I don't know, I kind of had a thing with this like guy that was like a little older and like he kind of broke my heart and or broke my heart because I
Yeah.
didn't actually like love him. Just I was young.
Yeah.
And I wanted attention.
Yes, of course. Yes.
So that album is just kind of about that and just I was a sad kid. I was like a depressed little kid. Like everything was everything in my life was just like I always would be so sad all the time. So
Oh,
just all the music that I made was just like depressing. Like I wish I could slap myself and be like, your life was literally fine. Like relax.
like, bitch, you were good. Why are we so
Yeah.
fucking sad all the time?
Like yeah, I had like family issues, but like at least I wasn't like broke and struggling like I am now. So it's like I slap
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. You're like, bitch, you had it better back then.
Yeah, like, relax.
That's funny. How would you say your writing has evolved since your first project? Are you more like, I guess, raw, like more authentic? Or like, what is the difference?
Between now and then.
Yes, between your first project and then now.
I think I finally like found my sound and found my look. And I
Mhm.
think that that's really important because it's hard to present art to the world when you don't believe it. And it's more of just like a front. Like, I want to make a song that sounds like this song because this song blew up on the internet. Like, that's how I used to be. But now I make music that I just feel and like I don't care if it ever blows up. You know what I mean? Like I
Mhm.
just love making music and I think that's like the big difference.
Yeah. No, there was a song that was on that popped up and it was your song and I was like, I like this. I was like, I fuck with this sound. Like I like it. And then I found out that you were queer and I was like, amazing. Like this is
Funny
great.
one.
Yeah. I don't remember what the song was called. It was like a couple months ago. So honestly,
Okay.
I'm like trying to think about it. But anyways, yeah, I was like, I fuck with this. I like it because honestly, with queer artists nowadays, I feel like it's very, which this is not bad, but it's very like indie or like very,
Like cookie cutter pop.
yes. And it's not like your vibe is different. I don't know. I have a lot of queer artists and like their music is amazing. But you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like your vibe stands out because it's kind of like soulful and like R&B and like just like
Yeah.
sexy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's so many like lesbian R&B artists, like it's so funny, but I just think like something about R&B it just never gets the same spotlight as pop. My song is called Lose and I have a Lose remix.
Okay.
Um and both of the artists that are featured on it are both like masked lesbians in
Period.
R&B.
Amazing.
I love like showcasing like the queer people in
I
the
love
R&B
that.
space.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll look that up. I haven't listened to that one. So you just dropped Tongue Tied, like what? Like a couple months ago?
Like a month ago, yeah.
Month ago. Okay. What inspired that track? And how does it reflect like where you're at musically or like personally right now?
So that was the first song I ever wrote in my life where I was like, damn, this shit is good. Like, I wrote that song on FaceTime with my friend Silas. He's like an amazing writer, but it was when I was first talking to my girlfriend, and I was just like, she's so hot. Like, I can't even think of like other words to like describe her. Like, just when we like matched or whatever, and I was like talking about it, I was like, I've just never seen someone more like beautiful in my life. And he was like, oh, we should like totally write about that. And then we just started like thinking about stuff, and we were like, I'm tongue tied. Like I literally can't think of words. And then we just wrote that.
Oh, does your girlfriend know that that song's about her? I'm assuming so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I like that tongue tied. You're like she's so hot, but like there's like other things about her I just like can't like put
Yeah.
into words.
Yeah. And then as of today, my second single's out. It's called Mia Moore.
Mia Moore. Okay. I'm writing that down so I can put it in the show notes. Amazing. I need to look at that. When did it came out today?
Yeah, or yesterday.
Oh, amazing. Okay. And I've listened to like your music. So would you say you're sticking to like the more R&B flow like forever? Like you think that's like your niche? Like you think that's like your vibe, or do you think you're going to try to dabble into other things?
I definitely love pop. I have a pop album that I recorded actually. I'm probably gonna put it out because I love pop music. But R&B is like my love. But I wouldn't even necessarily say like I'm fully R&B. Like I'm definitely
Yeah.
like R&B pop.
Yeah. You do have, yes. And that's what I was trying to like explain earlier. Is like it's not pop. I mean it is, but it's also R&B, so it's like
Yeah, it's mostly R&B. It's like
yeah,
R&B with like pop undertones.
exactly. Exactly. Okay. What is your creative process like? Are you someone who starts with like a feeling, a lyric, a melody, or does it just kind of depend on the day?
It just depends.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll get a really good beat and I'll be like, "Oh, I really want to write something to this."
Hmm.
But a lot of the time, like I'll just randomly throughout the day like think of a lyric and I'm like, wait, that's a good idea for a song, and I'll just write it down. And then whenever I'm like free and I'm like about to write songs, I'll like look through my notes and I'll pick the things that I've written down,
Hmm.
and then I'll usually find a beat that like matches that vibe and then
Yeah.
go for it that way.
Yeah, I've had on a good amount of artists and I ask them that question and it's always different. Everybody has a different response. You know what I mean? Some people are like, no, I have to start with a melody and then I'll come up with like the lyrics, or it's like,
Yeah,
everyone has their own like little way of like starting their music. So it's really interesting to see
yeah.
how they do that. Um how have your relationships, which you kind of touched on the song Tongue Tied, it's, about your smoking hot girlfriend, but have your relationships, whether it's romantic or friendships, shaped your songwriting more than people might realize?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like everything I write about is like a true experience.
Your fashion is such a statement. It's like edgy, but like still really soft and like expressive. How do you describe your style?
Um, I love like a baggy, like early 2000s look.
Yes.
Like some would even say like a boy band look. Like I love just like an early, like a 90s like boy band like outfit.
Boy band is literally yes. Yes. 100%.
But then like also super inspired by my girlfriend sometimes. I'll do like some crazy stuff, like very JD Bird coded. But like my day to day, I dress very like early 2000s, 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, because your girlfriend, that's like what she does is fashion, right?
Yeah.
I love her little outfits. Like they're so quirky and cute. And like, I love them, but I'm like, I feel like I would look crazy wearing that. Like it's all about confidence though. I'm like, she
Yeah.
rocks it. She looks so good in it. I'm like, but
Yeah.
I
She could
feel
wear
like
literally anything. It's crazy.
she is someone that could pull off anything and make it look good, and then everyone would be like, "Oh my god, I need to wear that."
Yeah.
It's great. Has she ever like what is it called? Like not clothed you. What is the word? Like
Styled,
she, huh?
styled me.
Styled. There you go.
Yeah,
Has
she
she ever styled you and gave you something and you were like, "Girl, I don't know about this," or are you just like, "I trust the process"?
a couple times, but every time I just trust the process and it always ends up being cool.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, do you ever use fashion as another form of storytelling, the same way you use your lyrics?
Yeah, I would say so. Like, I think that that's a important part of like the storytelling
Mhm.
aspect. Um, and like when I do my outfit of the days on my Instagram, like I think that that's something that's like definitely giving storytelling vibes.
Totally. And I feel like fashion, it's such a statement, and like you can really tell how someone is based on their fashion. Sort of. It's funny because I have a friend that is like super goth, and you would think that like she's like just like a very serious, a goth. I don't know, but she's like the most golden retriever, bubbly person ever.
Yeah.
So it's funny. But no, I feel like fashion is definitely a statement. You can kind of like figure out how someone is based on their fashion, you know? Yeah. Okay, you shared that you stopped chasing skinny and started dressing for yourself. What sparked that shift and how has it impacted your confidence?
I feel like I'm like my girlfriend, my girlfriend, my girlfriend, but like genuinely, like it was her.
Oh.
Um, I don't know. I always like loved fashion, but I always was like, especially being masked, it's really hard to wear men's clothes because even if I put on like a 3X and like a men's shirt, like if it's like a dress shirt or something, like it's definitely doesn't fit me always. Like it'll be too long then, or like the sizing just doesn't fit because like I have boobs and like a woman's
Hmm.
body, so it's like hard to dress like that. So I would always be like, I can't wear the stuff I want to wear, so like there's no point.
Yeah.
And she um
Okay.
kind of just like helped me like realize that like you can wear literally anything, like it doesn't matter, and you can like it depends on just how you style it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's literally what I was saying earlier. It's like it's all about confidence. Like as long
Mhm.
as you're confident, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My partner, she's the same way. She's mask and she is voluptuous in areas, of course.
Yeah.
And it's hard for her to find clothes that
Yep.
fit her correctly with like, men's clothing. And she gets so fucking frustrated with it. She's like, this doesn't fit me correctly. It's too long. Or it's like, if it's a shirt, it's baggy, but then it like squeezes her butt. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not like baggy throughout because she has like she's got a booty. And
Right.
so, yeah. And I'm just like, I get it. Like, I understand like that can be really frustrating. Um, but whenever you said like, what was it? Like, you're not chasing skinny anymore. You stopped chasing skinny. Like, I know you said your girlfriend helped you like, start getting the confidence to wear like what you wanted, but like, what does your weight and skinny what was the point of you saying that? Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, what was the mindset?
um I think it's just mostly because like I have PCOS, so I have like fluctuated with my weight all my life.
Mhm.
And I've literally been dieting since I'm like 10. Like I was a fat kid. Like I was always on a diet, always trying to take a diet pill, always with a personal trainer. Like I just feel like my entire life was around my weight. And now that I'm like 24, I'm just like there's no point in like wasting my the rest of my life caring about my body
Mhm.
because as long as I'm healthy and like I don't care what other people think about the way that I look, to be honest. Like I
Ooh,
get DMs and comments all day, every day, people calling me fat, ugly, this, that. I don't, it literally doesn't affect me anymore. I just got like over it. Like I know that that's easier said than done for a lot of people, but it just took me, I guess, honestly being in such a secure, loving relationship to be like, I'm capable of being loved with the way that I look, so then I should just love myself the way that I look. And that's literally what it was.
that is literally the freaking sweetest thing I've ever heard. That was so cute. No, but I get it. I get it. Like, what'd you say?
I said that was just like literally what it was. Like it was just that.
No, yeah. No, honestly, no, I get that. Like, once you get into a relationship where everything just feels safe, like I understand. Like, it's funny. I used to date men as well. Gross. And I don't know what it was, but every time I was like with a man, I would always be so insecure because most of the men I was with, like they were like athletes or whatever, so
Yeah.
they would be like fucking 0% fat on them, and I would be the one that like had more body fat on my body, which like who the fuck cares? But back in the day, I was always so insecure about it, and I feel like ever since I've been with women, and maybe it's like women on women relationships, but it's like it doesn't matter. Like it literally doesn't matter. And I feel like it's because it's more like you're more comfortable with the woman, and like women are just so fucking like, well, not all women, but you know what I mean? They're all so kind, and they're just like, I love you for you. I don't know what I'm
Right.
trying to say, but I
Yeah,
understand
I
what
get
you're
what you
saying.
mean. And women are also more like understanding. Like it's harder for women to
Yes.
lose weight than men. And
Yes.
like you get your period and you get bloated and like women get that. So like
No,
it's
literally.
much easier, especially because like I have PCOS, my girlfriend has PCOS, like a bunch of like we all get it. Like that's a weight loss struggle. Like it's hard to lose weight with that problem.
No, yeah. And like you literally, whenever you said PCOS, I immediately knew like what that meant. But if it was a man, he'd be like, what the fuck is PCOS? And you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And they'd be like, why does that cause you to gain weight? And it's like,
Yeah.
you just don't get it. Like, just shut your
Right.
fucking
It's
mouth.
not for you.
Yeah. Like, just, yeah. Okay. Is there a look or era right now that feels most like you?
I'm feeling like the 90s boy band era right now. Like that's what I'm like inspired by right now.
I like it. No, I get it. I get it. I like that
Yeah.
vibe too. I feel like the baggy, yeah, the baggy boy band. I
Yeah.
get it. It's dope. And I feel like it's coming in, honestly, though. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like that's the
I feel like
thing.
the early 2000s are back for sure.
Oh, totally. The girls with like the low waisted, like,
Yeah.
see, that's another thing. I'm like, I feel like I could not
I could
pull
not.
off, yeah, a low fucking whatever it's called, low waist,
Yeah.
whatever. Because I'm like, I don't know, but I love it. I love that it's coming into style. I'm like, you
Yeah.
guys, y'all are looking great, but I feel like I could not pull it off.
Yeah.
And I freaking wish I
I
could,
feel
but
that.
you know what? It is what it is. Okay. When you're creating content, whether it's, a new outfit, a reel, or like a song preview, what's your intention behind it? Is it about like you wanting to connect with people, or is it like you wanting to, feel more confident in yourself, or like what is it?
I think it depends on what I'm doing, but like I usually want the video to feel familiar to people.
Okay.
Like with my outfit videos, I want people to be like, "Oh, like there's inspiration now for my body type." And like
Hmm.
I get a lot of comments like that of people being like, "Thank you for this because now I know what to wear tonight," or like because we have the same body type.
Hmm.
And when it's like my music, I kind of just want it to be like a familiar like vibe, so people are like, "Oh, who's this?" and they check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I had on Monica Banch God, it's an Italian last name, Bancheri. I'm probably butchering the fuck out of that, guys. I'm sorry. But she came on here and she was talking about how she just wants to post her fashion and
Yeah,
like her body type and let people know that like, you know, a lot of the content you see that is being pushed out are like the masks that are like fit with like no fucking fat on their body, which it's like good for you. You've probably worked really hard for that. It's amazing. But it's also like, let's be realistic. You know what I mean? Like let's be
yeah,
realistic and let's show all body types. And anyways, she came on here and talked about it, and that just reminded me of what you said. How people are like, "Thank you so much for, you know, showing that, women that have this body type can still fucking look hot as hell." You know what I mean? Like who cares if, who cares what your body type is? Like that's pretty much it. Like who the fuck cares?
exactly. Like it's hard because it's like your mask, but like a lot of these masks like want to look like men,
Hmm.
and like that's good for them. Like go ahead, but like
Yeah.
for me, like it's hard to like look at that when your body's just not that, and you have to remind yourself like I actually am a girl. Like I have a girly body, so like I can't wear everything that I want to wear. Like I have
Yeah.
to buy it.
Yeah, you have to adjust a little bit. Yeah, 100%. But I do love that you're doing that, because there are a lot of people out there that I feel like are in your shoes and they feel like they can't wear certain things because of their body type. So
Right,
I love that there's more content creators that are like well known, that are
right,
pushing out that good agenda, because that's what it needs to be. It's more realistic. It's like,
yeah,
it's just body positivity.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. So you've been really open about your sexuality online. What was your coming out journey like, and how has it influenced your art, whether that's with fashion or your music or, whatever?
Yeah. So I like came out as bi when I was like 13.
Okay.
So I've always been kind of like open with it because like both of my uncles are gay, and so like my family just never had like an issue with
Okay.
gay people. So I was lucky in that way to just like kind of be able to express myself like the second I knew.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely like didn't want to be gay for some reason. Like I had an inner battle. Like I used to be like, no, I'm bi, like I'll be with a man. Like I don't know why. It was definitely like internal homophobia. Like I used to literally be like, I don't want to be gay. And then one day when I was 21, it was literally overnight. Like I just was like, fuck it. Like I'm done with men. I'm gay. I don't care. Like I'm telling everyone I'm gay. And then I just did. But I was still femme. Um,
Okay.
I didn't become mask until I go become mask, but I don't even know how to word it. I literally did turn mask. Like I was so girly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I had like filler everywhere. Like I was always beating my face, like lashes, long nails. Like even when I was gay, I had the long nails. Um,
Love it.
I don't know. Like one day I woke up and I was like, I'm cutting my hair off, and I just cut my hair off. And then I was like, I'm gonna start dressing mask. And then I just did, and I just felt more confident, and then I just went for it. And I feel like I finally found myself. It was just like a really random process.
Yeah. It's so funny that you say that because my partner, she's mask and she wears, the boys section, clothing.
Yeah.
But before she was femme and she wore dresses, she would have the nails, that kind of stuff. And she said the same thing. She was like, whenever I started dressing more mask, I felt more comfortable. Like I felt more like confident in myself and more
Yeah.
comfortable in my body. She was like, whenever I was femme, like I always knew something was off. Like I didn't ever feel really confident and comfortable in my body until I switched to being mask and like I switched to being. See, I also don't know how to word
I don't know how
this.
to word it because that's like what happened. We just changed.
Yeah, you just started dressing mask. Yeah, yeah, they get it. But yeah, she said the same thing. She was like, whenever I started dressing mask, I started to realize how more confident I felt and how weird and awkward I was whenever I was, dressing femme because I knew something was off and I just didn't
Yeah.
know. Hers was like a slow process though of her like dabbling in like little things. It wasn't like a 360 like you, which is great. Like that's great that you were able to just be like, we're doing the damn thing. But I do hear that a lot where there's a lot of mask queer people that are like, yeah, I used to be femme and I look back on these photos of me whenever I was femme and you can just see how awkward I felt in that skirt or
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And you can see the difference now in the photos. They just look so much more confident. So
exactly. It's so true.
yeah. Okay, so as a queer woman in the music space, have there been moments where visibility felt empowering or maybe even difficult?
I think I'm definitely like in a very straight male dominated genre of music.
Yeah.
So I almost feel like in a way I kind of have like more of an advantage because when I was really femme, I noticed that I got a lot less respect from the men in the R&B world and just the music world in general than I do now. And I think that that just goes back to gender roles, which is like messed up to me. Like, I
Mhm.
just, because like back then when I was like girly, it was like the men, if they like couldn't get in your pants, like, like they just wanted to get in your pants. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
And now that I'm masked, it's always like, oh, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? And it's like, bros. And I'm
Huh.
just like, y'all switched up so quick.
Yeah, you're
So,
like, I'm not visibly not
yeah,
saying this in a mean way, but I'm not visibly
to you,
attractive,
yeah,
yeah, to you anymore because of, me looking more masculine. So now you're gonna
yeah.
respect me more?
Right. I don't know if that's like answering your question. I feel like in that way, I kind of
Oh
not
yeah.
empowering because I don't feel empowered by that. I feel like weird by that. But it
No,
does feel
yeah.
like in the space, like more, I don't know. I
No,
don't
I get
know.
it. That could be looked at like that could still be something that you're like, I don't fucking like that. So that could be something that's difficult to you because you're
Yeah,
like, doesn't
that's what's
matter. Yeah, like it doesn't matter if I look masculine or feminine, I should be respected,
yeah,
period. But what you're saying is like it is easier because you do look more masculine, so the
yeah.
men respect you more. How do you hope your music and your presence online shows up for other queer people, especially younger listeners?
I hope that it shows people that like it's okay to be queer and like be yourself and you still can be successful and be on camera and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I did a show in Nashville opening for this guy Kevin Ross. He's like amazing. And I had his audience is like literally 45 plus. Like everybody is older. And so it was really weird for me when I got there. I was like, "Oh no. Like how am I going to sing in front of all these older people? Like they're going to be like, who is this like this little white girl? Like what is like going on here?" And so I was so nervous, but after I performed, I got in the crowd and I was just talking to people and this guy who was like maybe like 60 like came up to me with like tears in his eyes and he was like, "I'm gonna be honest, like I cut my daughter off because she was just like you." And I was like, "Do you mean like gay?" And he was like, "Yeah, I guess." And I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "But seeing you like up there and like being yourself like made me want to talk to her and made me realize like there's not really much wrong with it. Like you're still successful and you're still happy and like you can still be like it's okay to be yourself." And he was like, "It took me like seeing you perform to like realize that." And I literally was crying and I was like, that is so crazy to me. Like I'm so happy for that girl that her dad like realized, you know what I mean? Cuz like I can't even imagine. Like my parents were so supportive, so for like to get cut off for being gay, like I just can't even like imagine, but I think that's something that is important.
Yeah, 100%. And that's great that that like you were there opening. Like who like
Yeah.
he probably didn't think he was about to go to a concert and see some, masculine white girl sing fucking R&B music. You know what I mean? Like he probably didn't think that that was going to happen. And so you being there and him being able to hear you and see you, like that's really cool. And it's unfortunate. I literally talk about this on so many of my episodes, but I had my family was very accepting as well. They were like your family. They so accepting. It wasn't ever really a problem. And so we are so lucky because unfortunately in this world, people are just so fucking cruel, especially
Yeah.
like the older generations. It's like they just don't get it and they just think it's just like this crazy thing. Um, but that's so sweet that you were able to be someone's like what is it called? Like when they're able to just like fuck like an eye opener. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And he
That's
like gave me his number and I was just like I always think about him like I wonder if they're like good now.
you should text him.
I think I have it anymore.
Oh dang.
I've never saved it, but I do have it.
Oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet. You've shared such sweet moments with your partner online. What has it meant to be in a relationship where you feel so seen and celebrated?
It means a lot because I feel like I used to be like somebody that um like wouldn't date. I used to always be like I'll date when I'm successful, like I'm too broke to date or I'm not successful yet. Like that was like my mentality. And then I got in a relationship and it was super unhealthy, super toxic and like I was just like, "Oh, I'm not meant to be in like a loving relationship." And then I met Jade and it was just like 360, like everything was just not 360. It was like
180.
180.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like 180, like everything was just so different and like I don't know, it means a lot to be like in such a loving, secure relationship because I feel like especially at this age, not a lot of people get that.
Mhm.
Especially in LA too. It's
Mhm.
very hard to date in LA.
Mhm. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, whenever you guys are posting your cute little things, like whether y'all are traveling or whatever, y'all are just so fucking cute. Like y'all are just the cutest. Like I love y'all and y'all are always like fucking swagged out and I'm like It's cute. I
Love
don't
her.
know. But no, it's true. Like, especially, and unfortunately, in the queer community, there's
Yeah,
so much toxicity in the
exactly.
community with relationships. I don't know what the science is behind that. I don't know why. Um, but it is hard to find, people that are like-minded and have, the same views, and they just want to grow with you, and it's not like, let's be this fucking toxic mess. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
How old is Jade? Is she the same age as you?
She's 26. I'm 24. So a
Okay.
little older.
Okay. No, my partner, she's 3 years older than me, so it's okay. I
Okay.
get it. Yeah, I get it. Do you bounce creative ideas off your partner, or does she serve more as like just like a supportive presence behind the scenes? Which I say behind the scenes, like I don't say that disrespectfully, like she's doing the damn thing on her own,
Yeah.
but in your life.
I try not to like bug her because she's the busiest person I've ever met, but I definitely do like bounce ideas off of her, and like I get a
Totally.
lot of creative inspiration from her.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would do the same thing. My partner, she's not even like on social, like she's on social media, but she doesn't like do anything. And
Yeah.
I go to her. I'm like, hey, does this sound okay? Or like when I'm writing these questions, I'm like, does this literally make sense? And she's like, no. And I'm like, okay. I should probably erase that. I feel like that's what your partner's there for. Like they're
Yeah.
there to be supportive, but also they're there to listen when you have questions, or like, you know what I mean? If you're like in a little rut and you're like, hey, can you help me figure out what the fuck I need to do? What is something in your relationship or personal life right now that's bringing you creative peace or inspiration?
Oh, I don't know. That's a hard one. I think just being in love. Like my album is about being in love. It's
Yeah.
called What Love Feels Like.
Yeah.
And I just think that like relationships in general like are inspiring. I mean, they can be even
Yeah.
if they're toxic because like you can write about it. But
Oh yeah. But
I
yeah,
think just
toxic
that.
relationships, they make like the best songs.
Right.
But also being in love and being healthy makes such good, like,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Yeah. Just good music. Okay, so love. Love is the
Yeah.
inspiration here.
Hmm.
I love it. Shout out to Jade. If your music right now had an outfit, what would it be?
Ooh. Maybe just like one of my day to days, like a
Mm,
black like muscle tee and
okay.
like a black bandana, like some baggy pants.
Period.
That's the vibe.
That's the vibe. Love it. What's something you haven't done yet creatively, whether it's musically or visually? So, like, whether it's like, something that you see that you want to do, whether it's fashion or music, that's on your bucket list that you have not done
Yeah.
yet.
I want to act.
Oh, okay.
Like I was always in musicals in like school, in
Oh,
middle school. I didn't do it in high school because I got too like nervous. But I had really bad stage fright in high school. But yeah, I want to get into acting. I have a
okay.
lot of friends that are actors, and I feel like it's possible, especially in LA.
Oh, totally. 100%. You could totally do that. Even if it's like you start in like little commercials.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, or just fucking go for it. Like,
Yeah.
that's really cool. Would you start like acting classes, or would you just like fucking jump in and
Yeah.
try to?
I think I want to do some acting classes. Like I've done them, but not in a long time.
Okay. And in high school, you said you had stage fright. So what is the difference now? Are you just like, I'm gonna get the fuck over it?
I think like so I started performing in high school. Like I used to like I went on tour as a rapper. Like I opened for this guy when I used to rap when I was like 15, and I was so nervous, but I've always like wanted to be an artist, and like that was always my dream, and it's just something that like if I never succeeded in it, like I would just never be happy.
Yeah.
And I just told myself like if I want my dreams, I need to get over it. So for the first couple of years, I would literally walk on stage and like black out. Like I would not even remember what I did. Like I would always just tell myself to be like overly confident so that like it doesn't look like I'm nervous. So I
Totally.
did that for like years until like now I'm not really as nervous anymore. Like I kind of just do it now.
Yeah, you gotta fake it till you make it. So
But literally,
you were like actively shitting your pants, but like they didn't know that.
yeah, like when I went on tour with Kevin Ross, and the first show, I just was unprepared. Like his crowd was just like older people, and like my set was very much like tailored toward like young R&B, like trap vibes. Like it was just like not at all what his vibe was. Like he was on stage with like a purple suit and like a full band, and like they were like doing like really cool like R&B, and I was crying and throwing up backstage. My whole team was like freaking out because I was freaking out. And I was like fighting with my manager on the phone, and I was like it was a mess like right before the show, and like even Kevin Ross like saw me. He was like, "Are you okay?" Like I was like freaking out. And then it was fine. I just went on stage.
You stepped on stage and you were like, I gotta get
Yeah,
over this.
yeah.
That's great though, because a lot of people wouldn't have even put themselves in that position to get the fuck over it. Like they probably would have just been like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You know, and
No,
it
yeah, I
just
was like,
shows
I have
how
to do it.
yeah, it shows how much you want it. So you're just like, I'm gonna throw up real quick and then I'm gonna hop on stage.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so yeah, speaking of tours, you're about to go on tour. Can you tell us more about that? Like where you're going? Do you know like the what is it called? Like the list of songs you're gonna sing? Can you kind of tell us?
Yeah, so I am going on my first ever headline tour, 5 days after my album comes out.
Amazing.
I'm doing LA, Seattle, DC, New York, and Atlanta. It's called the What Love Feels Like tour.
Oh,
And yeah, the link's in my bio.
period. You know, I'm actually very upset that you're not coming to Austin.
I know. I performed in Austin like in April.
Uh,
Or I was there for South by Southwest. I don't know when that
oh,
was.
yeah, I think that's April. What? I didn't know
It
that.
was, yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, so wait, why aren't how did you come up with the places that you're gonna tour at?
My manager did it. He has like his own touring company. He's
Okay.
like really good. So he mapped it out for me.
You're like, I'll just be there.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that. Well, you guys should come to Austin one day because Austin is amazing
Yeah,
and so much fun. And I feel like Austin has such a big queer community. So I feel like
yeah,
you like it would be good.
I agree.
Yeah. Manager, if you're listening. Austin, Texas next time. Are you doing any like meet and greets or is it just like,
Yeah, I just come down and I just meet everybody.
oh, that's cute. I love that. That is the end of this episode. So Lily, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
I know you're
you.
really fucking busy. Like, you're doing a bunch of shit. So I appreciate you for making the time for me and coming on.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. And if you want, drop your socials, let people know where they can find you.
Yeah, so at Lily Massie on all platforms, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, everything.
Amazing. And the tour.
Yeah, the tour is on sale now. It starts October 15th, and then my album drops October 10th.
Okay. Well, for my listeners, I post every Wednesday. I at least try to. There's some weeks where I get really like busy and I'm doing a bunch of other stuff. So I try my best to post every Wednesday. I have some cool people coming on, so definitely stay tuned for that. And I will talk to you later. All right. Bye.
Yeah.